Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Depends on what time you're watching this video right now. So, our objective in this video is to review the following. First is HTML structure. Number two is text tag, the tag that we use to insert text to our HTML project or web page, which is in our first video. Number three is text tag formatting, the tags that we use to format the text, such as the B tag to make it bold, italic, and underlined, and so on and so forth. Element, attribute, property, and value. And then the last one will be the attribute and style attribute format or syntax. So first, let's open our text editor. So let's just use the most common one here, Notepad. So you can use either Notepad or text edit if you're using Mac. So let's just we've downloaded a text editor last time, so we can just use Notepad++, Sublime, Visual Studio Code. Depends on which one are you comfortable with. But for now, let's just use Notepad++. So the second step after opening your text editor is to always save your work. So let's save us. Let's go to Documents. Let's save it to HTML files. Let's name this file. Name the file review.html. Always remember .html. Never forget it. So after saving your work, let's now create our HTML structure. So HTML tag pair, head tag pair, and also the body tag pair. And of course, never forget the title. Let's title our work into let's review. There. So now, since we've saved it already as review.html, all we have to do is just save our work or click Control S on your keyboard. Let's open the file. We save it in the documents, HTML files, and then review. Now, it's now opened through Chrome, so it means that our work is now, we're now working a web page. We're creating a web page. So we're done with the HTML structure. Let's go to the text tag. The tags that we use to put text on our web page. So let's create a heading to our web page. This is the heading of our web page. Control S. Let's go to our browser, refresh. Now we have the header. So let's just make it bigger, 250%. There. And we can also put here H2 to H6 if you still remember it, right? So it varies with sizes. So heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4 to heading 6. So as for the paragraph tag, P tag, which stands for paragraph, let's use this. This is the description of our web page. Let's save our work, then refresh. There. So if we put our web browser into 100%, this is how it will looks like. But let's make it bigger so that you can see it properly. There. So let's put a line or a space between our header and the description. So we will use the BR tag, or that's for break line. Refresh. We save our work and then refresh. There, the more BR you put, the bigger the line it will provide. Just use one only. Save it. Refresh. So now we're done with this. Also, let's go to the text tag formatting. So the tags that we use to format our text. So let's start here with the header first. So let's say we want to make it italic since it is already bold because headers are always bold, let's just make it use italic. So I tag. So the I tag will start here in this and up to here, the whole heading. So save your work, refresh. Now our header is in italic. So let's underline the word heading in here. So we will use the U tag. Save our work, then refresh. Now the word heading is underlined. Okay. So let's also use let's in here on the description. Let's make the word description into bold. So we will start the B tag here and then end with here. So opening B before the description and then the closing B tag after the word description so that only the word description will be involved. So let's save it and then refresh. Now the word description is in bold. Now let's go to the element, attribute, property, and value. So let's start with the element. What is the element? So element is from the opening tag up to the closing tag. So this is what you call your P element. And this is your, what is this? H1 element. How about this? From the opening body up to the closing body. That is your body element. Very good. So now let's format our body element using an attribute. So we put here inside the body tag, the opening body tag. Let's put here bg color attribute. So again, what is the syntax of our attribute? It's attribute equals code value code equals code. What could be the value? So it's bg color or background color. So we will use color. Let's use here yellow. Or we can also use hex code. Hex color code. Let's search it online. Let's use here this color, but a little bit lighter. Maybe this one. So we copy the hex code starting from the number sign or hashtag. We paste it here and then we save. Let's go back here. Now the body of our browser has the background color this. Okay, so let's also add another attribute after the attribute. So we will put another attribute after the attribute after this one. Okay, so again, this is the structure or the format or the syntax of the attribute. So if we want to put another attribute for the tag here, we will have to put it after its structure, which is this one, the last quotation. So we put space there, and then we put another attribute. Let's use the align attribute. So we put it into center. So Control S to save your work, and then refresh. Now it's in the center. So property, let's talk about property now. So property is something that we use for the style attribute. So let's use style attribute for the body here. So we will format our body element using the style attribute as well. So since style is another attribute, we will put it after the last coat of the align attribute. So we'll put space again here, style attribute, equals coat, which is the format of the attribute, right? Because style attribute is a different kind of attribute as well. So it's still the same. The difference is that it has property and another two symbol here. So you put the property. So style attribute will always have this look. Style equals coat, colon, semicolon, and then coat. So we will put the property in between the first coat and then the semicolon. So what kind of property will we use? So we can use here, um, let's say font family. And then we will put the value in between the quote and then the semicolon. So let's use here papyrus. Let's save our work, Control S, and then refresh. Now, as you can see, all of the text, all of the text in our body, in the body, will all have the font family papyrus. Okay, and then let's also put another property. Okay, so let's change the color of our text. So will we use another style here? No need anymore. Why? Because we already have the style attribute here. All we have to put here, all we have to add here is the property. So we will put another property after the semicolon, but it's still inside the last quote here. Okay, so we will just put space here. We will use the color property, colon, and then let's use red, and then semicolon again. So let's save our work. Go to the web page, refresh. Now all of the text in the body is in red and the papyrus font family. So let's go back to 100% here, and then let's change the font size as well. So again, font size is the property of the style attribute. So we will just put it or add it after the semicolon of the property color. Okay, so we will put here font size colon. Let's say let's have it here 250%, and then semicolon. Save your work, refresh. Now all of the text in the our web page will have the 200% font size. Okay, so let's add another BR here before the H1, so that we will looks like that we will have a margin, something like that. Okay, so now we have tackled everything: HTML structure, text tag formatting, element, attribute, property and value, attribute, style, attribute format, or syntax. So if you want to also to review, you can always visit w3school.com there. So we have you can also visit this web page. You can learn HTML here, CSS, JavaScript, SQL, Python, and so on and so forth. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Um, or you can also direct message me, especially for my students in grade 5 and grade 6 as well. So if you have any questions, I'm just right here. So that's the end of our video. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.